Alright, let's get climbing. Alright, so let's again just climb easy. Still trying to recuperate from my tendonitis. So we're just gonna do easy stuff. So what to talk about today? Okay, let's first talk about Reddit. So I went to the Bouldering subreddit, which has mostly just people posting their videos of their climbs. Yeah, so I had taken some footage. Actually, I took a clip from Twitch of me climbing that V0 over there one-handed. And I was like, oh, that was fun, that was cool. Why don't I just go ahead and post it on there? Maybe a little unique bit of content. I don't see any other videos of people posting one-handed. And so I was like, oh, maybe some people will like it. Well, so I posted the video and I titled it, got tendonitis on my right wrist, so I tried some one-handed climbing or something of that sort. And I should have known. It's the internet. I should have known that, like, I was gonna get downvoted right away, and someone's like, oh, it's a good way to get tendonitis on your other arm. And so I wrote a comment back. It's like, look, I'm just climbing V0s. Like, I should have known that it's the internet, so someone's gonna be judgmental and make judgments and come to conclusions from. I mean, this isn't the exact comment, or I'm paraphrasing. I wrote a lot smaller comment. Yeah, I should have known that someone would make judgments based on a minute clip without understanding the context at all. And thanks for the downvote. And like, I left it at that. I actually didn't check past that. I was like, yeah, okay, it's the internet. This is what the internet does. It's full of people. It's, number one, it's full of everyone in the entire world. So if there's some asshole out there who can't write a nice comment, they're gonna be the ones who post. That's fine. That's how it is. And so I just left it at that. I walked away from it. But today I ended up getting a comment, like, posting to the same thread, saying something of like, hey, I don't know why your comment's getting downvoted. Like, you're doing V0s with one hand. It's not necessarily gonna, like, be too hard on your arms and tendons. We don't know who this climber is, what level they are. Like, sure, if this guy was max level of V1 and was doing, like, some overhangs with one hand, yeah, that'd be one thing. But we don't understand the context, and, like, one-hand climbing is a thing. Like, what do you say? Like, adaptive climbing is a thing. I'll leave that there. Which is absolutely true. And, to be honest, that was kind of a little bit of, like, kind of the reason why I tried it, is because I knew that, like, people with disabilities, like missing limbs or something, that, those people climb too. And I'd seen footage of that kind of thing, and it's like, oh, that's interesting. Like, I wonder how hard it actually is. Let me try it. And again, being like super careful and taking a lot of rest, and you know, and frankly, the reason why I tried one-handed climbing was because I am trying to make this lifestyle change. I am trying to do something that I hadn't done before, and so I didn't want to lose the habit, because like I said it before in my last stream, you make, like, with the issues that I have, you make one mistake and then that's it. You start going downhill, you start rolling in the other direction, and it's hard to recover from that. This is too tight. I'll make it a little bit looser, just a little bit. Oh, that boulder's so much fun that she's doing. And so I ended up commenting back, and I haven't gotten anything to reply. It's just fine. I don't expect it. Just like, further explaining all this, that like, hey, I like basically said, hey, I'm an overweight climber. I'm trying to do this lifestyle change, and I'd stopped climbing, and I, was falling back into bad habits, and I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to sit around, at home eating junk food. So I went to the gym, and, I tried something. And for me, the risk of, like, maybe damaging my other arm, is far, far less than the risk of me, like, falling into back into old habits and not being able to do what I want to do. Cool, still working. Because it's a struggle, man. It is a struggle. Like, it'd be one thing if, like, I was able to get sleep, and so I felt okay. Or, like, if, like, I didn't have these chronic illness, and so, like, my stomach was fine. Like, all those things make it so hard to find the motivation to keep going. Like, on top of just the general being unhealthy. Just on top of the general, lack of sleep, lack of eating correctly, lack of exercise. Like, that's hard enough. But with the other issues that I have, like it really is a struggle every day. It is a struggle every day. And like this is just so much fun that it overcomes all those things. Like, even just doing this easy stuff, like, I'm able to sit here and talk and whatever. Like, this is so much fun that I'm willing to, like, walk out that door, even when my entire body is telling me, like, just don't. Even when my whole body is saying, like, just lay down and go to sleep, because that would be easier. Because that's where I was today. Like, I don't know why I get so sleepy in the afternoon. I mean, it has to do with, like, the poor quality of sleep I'm getting. It has to do with that, right? All right, let's do this one over here. Oh, that's cool. I wonder, is she giving them a tour? I bet she is. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, she's doing the intro tour that I did the second day I started climbing. Oh, they look happy. But yeah, it's just like people are so quick to judge on the internet. And not just judge, but just like to be rude. Because look, the matter of the fact is, like, yeah, maybe that's a concern. You start climbing with one hand, maybe, you know, you could hurt the other. Or you know, if you climb one hand with one hurt, then maybe you can get tendonitis on the other. I don't doubt that's something that could happen. But how hard is it to just, like, say, like, hey, cool video, but I have a concern? You know? Because someone's far more likely to hear you out if you're just polite to them, instead of just be fucking rude as all hell. And again, like, it's the internet. Like, that's the problem, is that we're just not made to understand that literally you're talking to everyone. Like, how many people watched that video and just passed it up and didn't say anything? Didn't downvote it, didn't comment. Of all those people, you know, there was just one who took the time to be negative and downvote me. Just one. Like, those are actually probably pretty good odds. You know, how many people go on that subreddit? Like, how many hundreds probably saw that video? I mean, I don't know. There you go. And, like, what's interesting, I don't know, maybe part of it was that maybe there's some unwritten rule about posting your own stuff on that subreddit, because everyone seems to post their videos under, like, their Reddits. Really poor video. Like, their own, like, video service or whatever. Like, no one's posting YouTube clips. So maybe it was the fact that I posted, like, a Twitch clip that made people already miffed, and so more likely to have a negative comment. Oh, who knows? Who knows why? But, you know, that dude who commented, it was a real bro. Real bro. To be like, hey, I don't know why this person's getting downvoted. Like, what? Like, one arm climbing is automatically bad? Like, you don't know that. So that was cool of that dude. So, yeah, just fucking human psychology, man. Like, I know, like, I've studied this. Like, I know that, like, we are primed to pay attention to negative information far more than positive. And yet I still, like, fall for that trap of going, like, why did this person post this? Like, you know, like, it's just one person. It's just one person. Why do you care? Why do you care at all? I shouldn't. But, you know, that's how it is. It's just how we are. Can't really help it. Okay, let's see. So that was, oh, let's do these over here on this side. Cool. I wonder if I start coming at this time, if I'll start seeing the same people. Maybe. I don't know. I'll do that one and that one. But yeah, it's, it seems like society has just a really hard time in general with like being able to deal psychologically with like the facts of the internet. The facts of the internet is that everyone is on. Everyone can message. This includes children. This includes the mentally ill. This includes criminals. This includes just pure assholes. And this includes, people who just are having a really bad, rough day, a rough time of it. And so if you interact with the internet, like, how many people does that include? Like, that's still like, less than 1% of the population. Like, when you get a negative comment, that's literally just one out of hundreds, thousands, millions, billions. If you get 1,000 bad comments, again, that's just 1,000 out of millions. I can't think, unless you write something just completely morally repugnant, like, most people who get bad comments is just a freaking handful compared to what you would get. There you go. And yet people can't seem to understand this. They like condemn the actions of people that they see when they don't even condemn things like murder. Like, you hear a news story about someone getting murdered, right? Like murder is such a, like, what? Okay, I live in Houston. How many people are in Houston? Like a couple million, right? Okay. How many people here get murdered? Well, there's a fair amount throughout the year, right? But like, no one cares. No one cares so little about people getting murdered that it's not even a news story unless it's particularly bad. Unless the circumstances are particularly awful. Right? And yet, you have someone like be rude to someone, or even a death threat. Like, give a death threat, and yet people go, I can't believe that people do this. I just can't believe it. And it's like, really? Because, like, you believe that murder exists? You believe that? You believe it so well that, like, you even comment on it when it happens. You don't condemn, like, a whole group of people. You don't, like, wonder why. You don't go, how could they? When someone commits murder. I really don't get it. So why in the world would you have that same attitude when it comes to someone, making a really bad comment? It's like, that's worlds less worse than murder. And yet we act as if, like, people in general are morally repugnant. And it's like, no. Like, less than 1% people are morally repugnant. Most people are actually kind and decent. It's just now we have access to all these morally repugnant people. And it's not even that much being, like, morally repugnant. Because that's the other thing, is that because you're not seeing someone face to face, because it's just text on a screen, like, our brains are just a lot easier to compartmentalize into thinking that that's not a real person on the other side. And so it's a lot easier for us to be rude. and awful to people. That's more overhang. Let's do this one. That one's kind of an overhang too. Ooh, that's right. That's right. They set during the afternoon. Oh, I thought they set on Thursdays. Oh, that's right. Thursday is Thanksgiving, so that's why they're doing it today. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, this is fun to see them setting. Oh, that's really cool. I wonder what new things are. Ooh. Oh, look what they turned that V2 into. Ah, that's gonna be fun to do. I hope I get to do it before they reset it again. I will be able to. I'll get back to normal in a couple weeks, so it'll be fine. Yeah, but what really sucks is that I know all these things too. I understand irrationally that this is true. Yet that one comment still bothered me so much that I'm talking endlessly about it. It's kind of fucked up. Here, I'll do this one. This VB right here. Huh, I wonder where Chewie went off to. Maybe he's on that other side or something. Yeah, so because yeah, it really bothers me when, like, I don't know, like, okay, the most common one I see all the time is that a game publisher releases a broken game. You know, and rightfully so, a lot of people are upset by that because, you know, you pay for this product. You know, we don't accept movies being half finished, so why should we accept a game to being half finished? And so, rightfully, there should be criticism about that. People should, you know, voice their displeasure. But every single time it happens, there'll be someone that goes like, it's they shouldn't have released a broken game, but I can't believe these, like, you people that give death threats. That's just completely it's just over the top. I just can't. And it's just like when you see an article about murder, you just do not get that same reaction. You just don't. Nice sun. So we do this. Oh, I left it there. Should be fine though. I'm keeping what do you call it? Line of sight. So it should be okay as long as I don't get on the other side. It should be fine. Try it, but I can't. But yeah, when people post comments, because what the thing that bothers me about all that is that like people then use that as an excuse to say like all other criticism is not valid, and that's just not true. Like if less than 1% of the total comments are just completely awful, like that does not invalidate the other 99% of comments who are critical, but within reason. I mean, I can just do like this and I don't have to hang low. There you go. On other news, it's so funny. It's so funny because this is also true that the one-handed climbing video short that I posted up on YouTube is now up to 800 views. I think the most I've ever gotten. So obviously like not that many people like think too poorly of that. Where did Chewie go? Alrighty. Alright. Ah, this one's fun. I like this one. I mean, I generally like overhangs better than anything else because I just feel a lot stronger doing them than anything else. There you go. I'll go to the other side. I think that's a V1. I think I've almost... Did I do that one over there? No. Let me go do that one over there. And then I'll hop back to the other side. I would really like to see what it's like to set walls on the gyms in Katy, or the walls in the gym in Katy, because those are all big walls. I wonder what equipment they use to get all the way up there. Ah, that's really cool to see. Alright, this one. Let's go. All the way down. Up here. And boom. 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 And boom. Yeah, I really wonder if I was listening to a podcast the other day, um, someone talking about this new normal of the internet and how all of that's changing everything, and especially about censorship and all that stuff. And one thing the guy pointed out was that we can make analogy to the invention of the printing press. Because today, there's not a single person today who would argue that the invention of a printing press was a bad thing. But back then, the similar arguments that people made about how the internet's destroying the society, social media is destroying society, they made the same arguments about the printing press. With very, very good reason, because wars were literally started after the printing press was made. Tons of quote misinformation was passed around after the printing press was made. I forget, so my history isn't great, but what I do remember is that Martin Luther is kind of the first real example of someone using the printing press to change society. He wrote all those pamphlets criticizing the Catholic Church and promoting Protestantism. And what was the result of that? Well, there was war. Protestants and Catholics went to war. And it completely and utterly destabilized society for a decade or more. Wars that would not have been possible were now possible because of the printing press. And so people back then were saying oh my god, this printing press thing, it's going to destroy society. And there was a lot of ways in which people did misuse the printing press. People, like I said, were spreading all kinds of false narratives and saying all kinds of negative things about people. That led to a lot of heartache and bloodshed. And that's kind of part of the trajectory of new technology, or at least new communication technology, is that you've now given a certain amount of power to people who did not have that power. And like most things, when people have access to something that they never have access before, do people just use that thing in moderation and are very even-handed in their behavior? No, that never happens. That never happens. That's the reason why we have such huge issues with alcoholism amongst youth in this country, is because we do that same scenario all the time. We go, oh my god, hold on, okay, like this. Go. We go, hey, you can't drink alcohol at all. You're completely 100% restricted. No taste, no nothing until you turn 21. What happens at 21? Well, binge drinking happens at 21. That's what happens. People then binge drink and use alcohol completely irresponsibly because they're just all of a sudden given access when they didn't have access before. And families that are smart instead allow their kids to have drinks of wine on the table, or allow their kids to have access in controlled settings. Let their kids know that this isn't a banned thing that you all of a sudden have access to. And those children who grew up in those families end up having a lot more responsible use of alcohol, and don't like need to binge drink, because they learn, like, like that's not even like fun. It's a lot more fun to just drink moderately and just get loose and be able to handle that appropriately. All right, let me give myself a second, actually, because this is overhang. Just let it flow in properly. Oh, that's so cool. So, so it's obvious that same thing would happen with any like new communication technology, right? So the same thing happened with the printing press, but people got used to it. It took, a long time, maybe hundreds of years, before people got used to it. And today, like, society is better for it, because people in general have more power, and so they're able to, well, not all across the world, but it led to things like the Renaissance. It led into eventual democracy, because democracy wouldn't have been possible without well, actually, no, what am I saying? The Greeks had democracy, lasting democracy. Maybe lasting democracy wouldn't be possible without the printing press. And so here we are today with this new technology, and people have been given a new power. And it threatens the old guard of power that has existed up until now. And so they're all freaking out and trying to find every way to, like, blame this new technology and try to take control of it, instead of actually, like, allowing it to play itself out, which I think can only be a net positive. Right? Our brains are adaptive. That is what makes humans so awesome, is that we're able, our brains are such that we're able to, grab that one. Okay, I gotta stop talking. There we go. Okay, what was I saying? But yeah, people are able to, our brains are able to adapt, right? Like, that is what makes us unique in the animal kingdom, is the amount of our behavior has been offloaded to our brains. And that maybe I should try that one. Oh, I didn't try the other one on the other side. And so it might take several generations, but I think we'll eventually figure out social media and the internet. We'll eventually figure it out. What's this one? Is this one a V0? It's probably a V0. Looks like a V0. It is a V0. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's do this one. And then we'll go to the other side and do that one. 2:51. How long am I gonna stay? Don't know. Okay, let's go back there and do the one back there. But I guess just as predictably, governments around the world and people in general are over sensationalizing the problems with the internet, problems with social media. It's funny because I think a lot of people who've been ooh, it's bright. I'm not used to it being so bright. Cool. My turn, I guess. I am going to put the phone in my pocket. Uh-oh. Did my phone drop? My phone probably dropped. Aw, that sucks. Ugh. Alright, well, is it still going? It is. Cool. Yeah, it just seems to work a whole lot better when there's less people around. That must be the thing. Get some water. Time to get some water. Did I do that one? I did do that one. Did I do that one? I did do that one. Is there any others? Oh, I haven't done this one. I haven't done this one. Oh no, wait, I did? I can't remember. Well, I'll do it again, just in case. Maybe if I put it in this pocket instead. Alright, so what else do I want to talk about? What else is happening? What else am I excited about? Yeah, so Thanksgiving's coming up. That's good, I guess. What do I have to say? What are my plans? Well, I don't have any plans because I don't have any family to spend Thanksgiving with. And I don't have any friends. Well, I don't know. I have my climbing buddies, which I've only really seen, hung out with while climbing here. I haven't really... Oh, that's what I need to do today. Okay. So... Okay, I'll post on Reddit and make a group me. Alright, so... Alright, let's talk a little bit more about lifestyle changes and where I was before I started climbing. Because this goes into what's happening for Thanksgiving. So we're to start with that. So I have, or did have, social anxiety, and a lot of that came from how I was raised, and I won't get into it because that's a long story. But the end result was that the last 10 years before I started climbing, I had lost every single one of my friends, and I mean that literally. Up until maybe 3 years ago, I literally had 0 friends, 0 people I talked to, 0 people I hung out with, and also 0 family, because I'm estranged from my family. So I was completely and utterly alone. And the only time I ever who is this person with the gray hair? Like that's who I want to be when I get older. Someone with gray hair still climbing. That's part of the reason why I started this. Okay, anyways. Let's see, I did that one. The only thing left is maybe there's like a V0 overhang here. I guess I'll just start over, right? That would be the sensible thing to do instead of keep on trying to go up a grade. Yeah, let's check if this is a V1. If it's a V1, I'll do it. And if not, I'll just start over. I bet it's a V1. It looks like a V1. Or V0, sorry. Yeah, it is. Yeah. This one. This looks easy enough. Go. And drop. Okay. Okay, that's got to be every V0, right? That's got to be every V0 now? Oh, why is this still in my pocket? Let's look at it. Okay. Yeah, that's got to be every V0 now. So yeah, so I literally had no friends. The only interaction I had with people was with the kids I worked with. And then here and there, I would occasionally, or talking to parents about their kids, like the very professional interaction that you're supposed to have as a therapist. And that was my life. I had no one. I literally had no one. No one to talk to, no one to share with, no one to get things off my chest. No one to appreciate or congratulate on whatever, just no social interaction other than outside of professional setting. I want to see. Then about 3 years ago, I was fired from my job, and out of desperation, oh, that's so cool. God, it looks so impossible. Good effort, man. That was awesome. What's your name?
Jonathan.
Oh, that's my name too.
Oh.
Yeah.
You filmmaker?
Yeah, I try to live stream. So yeah, I'm on Twitch right now. No one's watching, so don't worry. It's just something I started, just an idea I had and trying.
Stream climbing mostly?
Yeah, just stream climbing. Yeah.
I hope it takes off, man.
Yeah, I mean, I doubt it, to be honest. I mean, the truth be told, I started climbing about 5 months ago, and before I started climbing, I was just this slub on the couch eating junk. I had no experience with exercise. I was miserable, and so wanted to make a lifestyle change. And then once I decided to do that, it was hey, I should be recording this. Because I would like to see my progress over time. And then eventually it kind of led to me going crazy with cameras and figuring a bunch of things out. And I was oh, you know what, I don't really see climbing on Twitch at all. You see other sports or you see other in real life stuff. Hey, why don't I try that and see if it works out? And yeah, it's been extremely hard to make it work. But yeah, it's been fun. Like every once in a long while, there might be someone who comes on and I'll chat to for a second, and yeah, yeah. You guys ever get on Twitch or like look at stuff like that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
never thought about like climbing though, but I mean, I'd watch that.
Yeah. Yeah, what's your name?
Greece.
Greece? John? Huh?
Reese.
Reese.
Yeah,
John.
yeah.
Sorry. Nice to meet you. Yeah. Yeah, I got tendonitis on my wrist, so I'm just climbing like V0s for this week until.
Yeah, it's just annoying.
Yeah. Yeah, I just gotta work my way back up, but
It takes forever to.
yeah.
But
What's your highest grade?
maybe at least a 6, possibly a 7.
Okay.
Mostly go to this other gym.
Oh.
They like don't explicitly say it. It's like a range.
Oh, okay. Got you. What gym do you go to?
It's in Austin. But
Oh, okay.
ABP.
Okay. Got you. So you're from Austin then?
Yeah, I live there at the moment.
Cool. Awesome. Cool. You have family there, or it's just you?
Going to school.
Okay, cool. Where are you studying at?
Southwestern.
Okay, cool. Awesome. What are you studying?
Let's see.
Yeah.
Be decided.
To be decided. Gotcha. Cool, man. I'm just gonna do this real quick. Easy peasy. Yeah, just trying to go 1-to-1. Cool. It was nice meeting you, man.
It's really
Nice meeting you, Jonathan. I'll remember your name. All right, thanks. Let's do this one. I don't feel like taking my camera off, so I'm going to just not do any top out boulders. Alright, what time is it? Because I need to be done by 3:30. Alright. So just a couple more minutes. Can I jump for those? Yeah, I can. Although, ooh, that felt not good. I shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done that. Huh? No, that's fine. I'll just grab it now. Yeah. Should I do this one again? Nah. What do I want to do? You know what? Maybe I should just do one hand. I gotta do something to make this more fun, so I'll try climbing with one hand. Alright, let's try this with one hand. I had said no top out, but now well, I think we'll be fine. It's been surprisingly fine. So let's try this with one hand again. Alrighty. That, reach over. to that one. Then this one. Get my foot on here. And then I gotta reach for that one. Ready? Go! There we go. Okay. Now it's here to here. Put my foot over here, and then this is the hard part. I gotta reach for it. Ready? And go! Yeah. Got it. There we go. And this one. There we go. Okay. There you go. Up here. There you go. There you go. Ooh. Okay. So now to reach for that one, get my foot here. Yeah, easy. Easy. Oh, I just do that. Just do that. That's easier. There we go. Get my foot up here. Now grab onto this. Now get up. There you go.
That was done.
You can go ahead. Oh man, next week can't come soon enough. Alright, that one's easy, that one's easy. Oh, let me do that one again. Let me do that one again. Maybe that one. Maybe this one. I'll do this one again. How much time do I got? 3:15, 15 minutes. Let me... No, it's going to take up an hour. I'll wait till... Nice job, man. Mhm. Why do I keep like I need to take it easy? I need to take it easy. I wonder where Chewy went. I saw him when I first got here, and then he's just gone. I don't know. I still have this weird thing of having like an aversion to the gym. Like for a second, I was gonna go back there and say, oh, maybe Chewy's training. Let me go check. And just like immediately, I was like, no, I don't want to go where it looks like a proper gym. I just, it's totally irrational, but like I had a lot of bad experiences growing up in gyms. The typical thing of being bullied and all that stuff. And so I go do these over here. And so yeah, when like I see, I like this one, I should do it. So when I see a gym, I want to do that one. And so yeah, I'm just like, I just was feeling like, oh, I don't belong there. Like, oh, like I'm gonna embarrass myself somehow just by walking through. I mean, I have climbing shoes on. I know there's like rules about shoes in the gym area, so that's the other reason. I'm just making that up. That's not the reason why. That's like a reason in hindsight. But I need to get over that version. My plan is to try and convince a friend to show me the ropes. So all of a sudden I forgot his name because I'm terrible with names. What's his name? I'm gonna find out now. Daniel, that's right, Daniel Martinez. That's why I couldn't remember. It's such a generic name. Daniel, when he comes back in 2 weeks or so, I think I'm gonna like try to meet up with him on a Friday to do top roping. And then my plan is to see if he'll, because I know he does strength training first before climbing, so maybe I can just join him and he can just show me the ropes and like teach me the rules and teach me the etiquette. Because yeah, I still have anxiety over that. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of you out there. I'm talking to no one right now, but it's okay. I'm sure there's a lot of you out there who've had the experience of like, for whatever reason, didn't learn sports, didn't learn exercise or anything as a young kid, and so when it was time for gym class and it was time to play dodgeball or kickball or whatever, like people would just be mad at you for screwing it all up. Because you're so clueless and so out of shape and so unable to do anything. And such a nerd and such a dork and all those things. And so yeah, that still leads to today. Like, I mean, that's a big part of why I never try to go to a gym and exercise in the past, is because like, I had such negative experiences in my past. What time is it now? 21. Okay. 10 minutes. How am I going to spend those 10 minutes? This way? On this one? Maybe I try walking around and talking to people. That was terrible form. Oh, should lean back when falling. I mean, I wasn't falling, I was jumping, but putting your arms down like that is not the way to go. Now, where's the water? That's what I was looking for. You know what? That's what I'm gonna do. Oh, that's actually not a bad idea to top out that one. That's actually not a bad idea. I bet I could do it. Alright, so that V one I can do. What's this green one? That green one is a, the orange one's a V3. What is this green one? Where's the start? Ah. Oh, it's a blue tag. Ah, no. That's a V2. It's all crimpy though. That's a V2. I mean, I could come over here and climb this one also. Yeah. So I got one. I got one. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I just need one more. And one more top out. I mean, that V2 would be the one, to be honest. I just want to feel it. Do like that, and then like this. And then this way? Yeah. Yep. Yeah. For now, starting next week, I'll just climb up and down that one. So I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 over there. And that's supposed to be a V1, but it doesn't feel like a V1. Maybe this V2. Oh, you know what? Maybe this V2. Just curious how this feels. So it'll be like that. And then like that. Get my foot up here. There you go. There you go. What am I doing? Should have done that. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be perfect. That's gonna be perfect. Lots of big fun moves. I like that. Pushing down on my wrist was a bad move. Why did you do that? Why did you do that? Alright. Time for me to go take a shower. Alright, well, I'm all done for today. So, I'm gonna head out over here. Alright, cool. Okay. Alright, me. Only person watching. You have a good one. And I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. But not Thursday. Won't be streaming on Thursday.